In the last example, we ran this file. Let's just run it again just to make sure it works correctly. And let's say for now, for example, I wanted to add 10 to each one of these numbers. So I'm going to add 10 here, add 10 here, add 10 here. So let's do it. What we're going to do here is we're going to take float. I'll say here number is equal to current row, sorry. Of course, this is not a valid statement because these two types are not compatible. So what I need to do is cast it. I'll cast it to a float just to see it work. Let's run it and see what happens. And if I double click this console, this is telling me that a Java Lang class exception happened. And it's telling me that the string cannot be cast to a Java Lang float. So let's double click here and look at this again. Oh, sorry, driver map02. And what's happening is the first one is a string. Okay, I'm sorry, not the first one. Jean Boulet is a string. So let's see if I go back to the error message. If I click here, it tells me on line 24 something happened. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's line 24. And one of these are not the valid data type. And there it goes right there. So what I need to do is before I convert it, I need to check to make sure that this is a valid type, or at least the correct type. So I'm going to say here if current row is, instance of, let's say here, in this case, let's check for the float. Something is wrong here. I've got a lowercase, it should be lowercase, and I think, let me see here. Doesn't like this. Okay, let me see. I think I need to make this capital F. Yep, capital F. Then I'll do this value, and then I'll say sys out. I'll say number plus equal 10. This will add 10 to it. So let's see if that works. Save it. Okay. In fact, let me comment this out for now just to see the number information. Let's run that Java application. I got 440,010. Let's see why. Which one of these are float? So this is a float. This is a string. This was an integer. And this was a double. So that's the only reason it got one of these. Okay. Let's do, for example here, let's do a control T here just to see something here. And notice that float has an ancestor called number. So if I check for number, what should happen is that because a float is a number, this will be displayed. This is an integer. I'm sure an integer is also considered a number. And this is a double, which is also a number. So the next time we run this, because they have the is a relationship, I should see 3 rows. Let's do a run. Java application again. Oh, maybe it didn't work. Integer cannot be casted to a float. Ah. Okay. So you can't do that because they're not compatible. So I'll put an F here. And let's hope. Okay. Got the 45, which becomes converted to a float. You see, a double cannot be converted to a float. Ah, okay. Okay, so that didn't work either. Okay, so what can we do here to fix this problem? Okay, in this case, this won't work for every data type. I thought you could. So what we have to do in this case is, I won't make this I'll specifically make this an F, and let's run that. And yes, that worked now. Okay, so again, we're just playing with numbers in here, and again, the problem is that this will display all the numbers. So in fact, if I put this back the way it was, let me just show you something. I'll call this mileage 2. If I make this a double again, this will bomb. Okay. Oh, need to add another entry here. We'll call this 05. This is mileage 2, and then of course we have to add it to the array. Let us save it, run as Java application, and it did make it into here, but because of the data type compatibility, it crashed here. So if I was to unremark this, remark it, let's run it. I have an error still. Oh, let's see, I'm just going to print out current row for now. Let's run it. Notice it shows all the numbers. The only problem is that it can't convert a double to a float. Okay, so this made it pass all the tests, because this is a number, this is a number, this is a number, this is a number. Of course, this is a string, so it failed. Okay, with that, good luck and good coding.